How are you doing? I just want to explain why you must not commit suicide on this planet from my viewpoint. So, having said that, my viewpoint is totally based on theology and philosophy written on the doctrines of various religions existing on this planet. So, I'm referring to the common points of philosophy of various religions like Christianity and Buddhism and Islam and Hinduism and Japanese Shinto or something like that. So this is totally unscientific area that materialists and scientists really want to deny. But what I want to focus on about prohibition of suicide this time is people's recognition towards their life and their mental state. So it is not really important for me to make sure if it's true or not from the viewpoint of science. So if I can give people who want to get out of this world a chance to hold back their decision to commit suicide, that would be really, really great. So we must not commit suicide. We must not commit suicide because our life is completely based on the series of our decisions we make even before we were born in this world. And first of all, this world where we live is temporary world. This world is temporary world, and the other world where you go after your life and where we were before we were born is a real world. And this world is a place for us to learn something important as a human beings. So we were born in this world to learn something important and learn something we like. And while we are in the other worlds, we all knew what we should do to learn something important, learn something we like in the next life, to aim high for humanity. And we already understood what kind of experience we need to make up for the shortcomings. So in other words, we decided to choose our life that we are having right now before we were born in this world. So we decided to be born in this world with a will of our own. So, and we decided what era we would want to spend our life, and what kind of life we would want to spend an upcoming life. And we decided under what kind of circumstance we would want to start our life. And we decided what we would want to learn through the life scenario we had decided before we were born in this world. So there may be a lot of people who have a resentment against their own circumstance and the poor family background. But these complaints are totally contradictory to their thoughts before they were born in this world. You know, if you were born under the poor circumstance, under the poor family circumstance, you decided to choose this circumstance while you were in the other world because you had expected to learn something that makes yourself grow up through such a terrible circumstance. So it can't be helped in a sense because we don't remember at all that kind of things. The reason that every people's starting point of life is different is that spiritual maturities and progress level of individual people are totally different. So from our viewpoint, it is not really fair. It is not really fair. But from the viewpoint of spiritual growth, it is reasonable. It is reasonable. Moreover, having said that, you were born under a poor circumstance. That is not necessary that you are inferior to others. Rather, because you are well matured as a human beings, you dare to choose this life, giving a certain hardship to make yourself grow up in your life. Of course, there might be a case that misfortune in your life may be caused by karma against what you actually had done before in the previous life as one of the punishing experiences to learn how painful it is in terms of anguish you actually had given to someone in the previous life. So every suffering situation can be your life mission to be overcome. So you're going to have to get over emotional conflict one after another, no matter how much you want to give up your life. So when you come to this world, you're given kleshas, or earthy emotions and earthy desires to live as a human beings. So we have such a feeling like sadness, emptiness, and resentment, and depression, and disappointment, and instinctive desires, and we are worried about something, and we are angry at something, and sometimes we fall into depression, and sometimes we are disappointed because someone's betrayal, and we are really sad. We're really sad when someone familiar to us has passed away all of a sudden. So we gradually acquire our reason and sense of mercy to control our instinctive desire through various emotional experiences to increase our humanity. Every event happening to your life is inevitable for you because you hoped for your life you're having right now. The fact that you're spending that current life is what you actually hoped for to make yourself grow up. So if you tolerate unbearable circumstance where you want to run away, you just give it some serious thoughts and you feel what your instinct tells you to do. So you should know what to do about it. So probably I think there are so many people who spend fierce life in under fierce circumstance beyond my imagination. But that is also life mission. That is also life mission to be overcome. Life mission which I'm talking about here is not necessarily the type of thing that you must complete perfectly. So completing life mission on each life events which I'm talking about here means like making appropriate decisions in accordance with your instinct. So if you think the current circumstance ruins you, making decision to run away from the circumstance is your mission to be completed. And if you got PTSD because you were involved in unreasonable criminal activities, and because you were involved in a tragedy, in the war or something, keeping encouraging yourself with the support of people around you to get over from that kind of situation is your mission to be completed. So then your spirit is polished. And the more misfortune that you experience in your life, the more progress your spirits would make. So no matter how hard situation you are in, no matter how bad situation you are in, there must be a solution that makes you get out of there. So please don't take extreme behavior because you think you exhausted every single possibilities. If you commit suicide, you will end up suffering until your original lifespan you were supposed to live in this world, and you will end up wandering around the space fully covered with darkness by yourself. This is the hell. So please don't forget you are here because you decided to be here. So there's one more thing that I want to tell you here. So of course, life scenario is really different depending on individuals, and most people believe that we are here to become happy, and we are here to become rich, and we are here to get popularity among people. Of course, there might be someone who has life mission to experience those things in their life, but ultimately we are here to polish our spirits. In order to do that, we are here to gain necessary experiences. So we are not necessarily to be happy here. So if your life doesn't schedule that you become happy in your life, you are here to train yourself very hard. So please think about your life with a wide perspective.